Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this winner's bracket game at the Travel Ball Championship. We are already underway. The count is 0-1 as that one's fouled back to take the count to 0-2. Brock Rudy on the mound for the Lamorinda Immortals out of California. Christian Holloway for Team Citius out of Texas is your batter. 0-2 the count. Ball one just misses low. So 1-2 now the count for the Lamorinda Immortals. Josh Picola at first base, Matthias Haas at second, Adam Crampton as your shortstop, and Tino Betancourt at the hot corner. Fouled off, staying alive is Christian Holloway. Again, winner's bracket game. Team City is playing a nail biter just to get into this one. We'll talk some more about that later. Ball two misses high with an off-speed pitch. Does Brock Rudy. Love guys with two first names. I wish I had two first names. Brock Rudy. What a good baseball name. Gets him to climb the ladder. Strike three swinging for Brock Rudy, and they've got one out as we were just underway. It's the Travel Ball National Championship brought to you by Travel Ball Select right here on TravelBallSelect.com. My name is Casey Bass as Jace Grady comes to the plate. And he's going to line one right back up the middle for the first hit of the day. It gets under the glove of the center fielder, McClellan. Tripping coming around first base is Grady, but give him a double and a runner in scoring position for Texas. One out for Brock Rudy. Had a fastball that got too much of the plate, and it was hammered. Grady leads off second. And behind him is Crampton. Crampton will back out. Big high leg kick, off-speed pitch, chop to the shortstop. Crampton's got it, fires to Josh Picola. And just like that, there's two out in the inning. So 6-3 goes Aaron Nixon, and that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, A.J. Garcia. Garcia with the runner at second in scoring position and two outs. Look at Adam Crampton, the shortstop's hat. That kid wears that hat. That's not the first time he's had that hat on. Looks like one of my hats. Off-speed pitch, misses inside. Runner goes and easily swipes third base as Jace Grady's got some speed. He got a good pitch to run on. Little high, floaty off-speed pitch. But he swiped that one on the pitcher. Rudy looks in, gets the sign, kicks, fires, off-speed pitch, fought off left side, and foul. Takes the count to 1-1. The Travel Ball National Championships are at this beautiful facility at East Cobb Baseball. Gary Baldwin and his staff doing such a fantastic job of maintaining this place. It's a baseball cathedral is what it is, folks. Fastball misses inside. It's a shrine to youth baseball. And if you're ever around a Major League clubhouse, just walk in there and ask them if anybody's ever heard of East Cobb Baseball. See how many nods you get from the Major Leaguers. Off-speed pitch, chop to the third baseman. That's Betancourt. Betancourt, low throw. Nice dig by Josh Picola. And the Lamorinda Immortals from California are out of it. They give up a double. No runs on one hit. One left on. We go to the bottom half of the first inning. No score from the Travel Ball National Championship. As we are getting our lineup settled here as we go back to back to back with these games, it takes a little bit of time. Adam Crampton leads off with a double off the top of the wall. He hit that ball 230 feet exactly. So a runner on second, nobody out for Matthias Haas. Kick, fire, bunt, perfect. Down the first base line, is going to get a runner over to third base as Matthias Haas, sacrifice bunt, gets Crump to the third with one out now for Nico Regino. Pedro Tavias is your pitcher. And he's got himself in a little bit of a pickle here early. He'll stretch and throw a big sweeping curveball that catches the inside corner and makes the count 0-1. He'll go from the line with a runner at third and try to catch that same inside corner. He'll do it. Look like either a little swerve or some sort of cut fastball that started off at Regino's hip and came back in and caught the inside of the plate. Take the count to 1-2. One out, runner at third early. He'll go in there again, and this time Regino's going to turn on it and pound it into the left field corner. Up with it quickly, but not in time to get him a second. It's the left fielder, and it's just like that. California leads 1-0. Give an RBI to Nico Regino and a double. One out, runner at second for Josh Picola. They're going to take some time to talk about this real quick, and I'm going to get my lineup straight somehow. Oh, you're asking the wrong guy. That's what you got me confused. You're asking the Lamorinda guy. You had me freaking out there for a second. I mean, I'm still freaking out. Don't get me wrong, but we're good. We're covered. A little bit of roster confusion, but we're okay. So Josh Picola, the cleanup batter. Fastball gets away, will advance the runner to third base. As big Nico Regino, after his RBI double, stands at third. Tobias seems to have pretty good command at the inside corner. We've yet to see him dominate on the outside corner, and he's going to get his first visit. And that's going to do it for him. Let's see where he heads off to. One's going to come in and pitch. That's Holloway. He's going to go to third. Tobias goes to third. And who goes to second? Does Garcia go to second? Yeah.
Yes. Or is it short one on the mound?
Alrighty, so he'll take his warm-up tosses, and we'll get back after it as the train sounds in the distance. Any of you folks listening to other states, which I'm sure there's a lot of you may not know a lot about Atlanta. We got trains. That's how this town got to be so big. Trains, trains, and more trains. And then we got MARTA trains. So Holloway kicks, winds, fires, ball gets away, but not far enough for him to advance. As Devin DeLon keeps it in front of him. Josh Picola up there with a runner at third and one out. Fastball just misses low. Nope. Delayed call. Fastball. I love umpires with delayed strike calls. Makes life easy. Off-speed pitch and a good one. Gets him to swing and miss. But there's not a lot of room behind home plate here, folks. So it's difficult for an average speed runner to beat it out to home plate. Holloway will wind with the runner at third. And throw a curveball. Pops straight up to center field. And coming out for it is the shortstop, Aaron Nixon. Nixon will pull that one in for the second out of the inning. Runner does not advance. Two out, runner at third now for Tino Betancourt. Holloway winds, kicks and fires. Fastball just misses outside for ball one. Nino Regino stands at third. All-speed pitch just misses, 1-1. I'm sorry, 2-0. Pitch in the dirt, gets by him to the screen, no advance. 3-0, see if he gets a green light here, I doubt it. Maybe with two outs. Maybe with two outs for your five-hitter. The 3-0 pitch is a fastball right down Peachtree for strike one. So the 3-1 offering from Holloway is a good one that just misses. So a free pass there to Tino Betancourt puts him on the corners for Brock Rudy, and Rudy has a chance to help himself. Holloway's got some jump on his fastball and a pretty good change-up / curve thing. He'll do the old fakey-jakey there and run him back to the corners. Fastball fouled off into the mitt, held on to by De Leon for strike one. Two outs, no score, bottom one. Winners bracket game from the Travel Ball National Championships at East Cobb Baseball. That curveball went around the plate, maybe a little bit low. Takes the count to 1-1. Brock Rudy with an RBI opportunity. Runner goes, fastball misses high and away. Runner at second and third, defensive indifference, as Betancourt gets himself into scoring position. Hitters count here for Brock Rudy. And Holloway will step off and gather himself, and he's going to go back to the wind. He was in the stretch. And he's going to fire high and to the backstop. And another 3-ball count for him. Citius got into this game by beating the 4-6-3 team in extra innings 6-5. And from what I understand, the bases were loaded. And very hard hit ball that was caught by the right fielder to end it. So maybe a little bit physically and emotionally exhausted right now, as the bases are now loaded for Kieran Davis, the catcher. Regino at third, Tino Betancourt stands at second, Brock Rudy at first base, and the catcher Kieran Davis with a big-time RBI opportunity. I talked earlier about how I think one of the most underappreciated statistics in all of baseball at all levels, as ball one flies high, is your batting average with two outs and runners in scoring position. We'll see what Kieran's got here. Did he offer at that one? Yes, he did. 1-1 is the count, as we've got activity in the Texas bullpen. That fastball catches the outside corner, and now he's got two strikes on him. The 1-2 pitch, off-speed pitch, fought off. Left side. Up with it, Nixon. Fires across to Guerrero. And they get out of it. So 1 run comes across on 1 hit. 2 bases on balls. And they leave them loaded. We go to the top of the 2nd inning. Lamorinda leads 1-0. We go to the top half of the 2nd inning here at East Cobb Baseball from the Travel Ball National Championships. I'm Casey Bass, joined by my producer, Amy Walker. Technical Director, Sherry Lynn Fivash. And California leads Texas 1-0 here in this winner's bracket game. Leading off will be wrong side of the book. A big sweeping curve that is going to be ball 1 for Anthony Guerrero, the first baseman. Brock Rudy still on the mound for California. Wine cake fire fastball misses low and away. And 2-0's the count. Anthony Guerrero, built like a first baseman. The 2-0 offering, big curveball that goes around Guerrero's head and makes the count 3-0. I wouldn't walk him. He might be a threat to steal. I'm a big boy, too, and I can move. That's a hard pitch to lay off for him. For a big man, a high fastball is almost impossible not to swing at, even 3-0. But that'll tell you right there. 2-2. Did I miss a strike call? Which one did he call a strike? Well, that makes the count full. Which one of those pitches was a strike is my question. The one that ran around his head? All right. So the payoff pitch, all-speed pitch, chopped left side, and it just eats him up. Big old nasty hop gets Betancourt, and that puts Anthony Guerrero at first base. So nobody out for Austin Olson. It's the old top spin lob there that had a bunch of juice on it. And when it hit that second time, it jumped up into Betancourt's kitchen, and he couldn't handle it. From the stretch now, fought off right side. Brock Rudy at the rubber. Austin Olson behind 0-1. Guerrero takes his lead from first base because that's what they do here at Travel Ball Select is, play baseball, like real baseball, where you lead off and you can steal before the ball crosses home plate. like baseball. Fastball fouled back to the screen. And Austin Olsen just missed one there. Big boys are over our shoulder here playing on the field behind us. I guess they're 17 and unders, and they're serenading us right now. Hopefully they'll keep it clean. That's some sort of weird. I don't know what that pitch was that got away. If he was a Japanese pitcher, which he's not, but if he was, if Brock Rudy was Japanese, that'd be a shuto. Whenever you can't identify what the pitch is, it's just a shuto. What was that shuto? I don't know what that was. Like a mix between a splitter and a changeup and a slider. I don't know what happened, but he got away from it. There he tries the big hook and leaves it up high and inside. From the stretch, kicks, fires, and this one's going to be served in the right field, and what a catch. Diving catch out of Nico Regino. Nico Regino with a nice diving play. If he doesn't have that, Guerrero with his speed scores twice. So Austin gets robbed by one of the best plays we've seen all day. Just great glove work all day, though, in this tournament. So he lines out still not. And a balk. All right. First balk of the day. Puts Guerrero at third base for Mimo Salcida with one out. Salcida hits from the left side. Rudy stretches, kicks, fires, changeup, hits the outside corner for strike one. I wonder who he's looking at over there before the pitch comes in. He considers it. He stares off into the distance, and then he signals strike. Ground ball second base, going to one knee is Haas. Up with it, over with it, but not before the tying run that comes across the plate as Anthony Guerrero, who reached third on a balk, comes in to tie this one up 1-1. Gives Salcida an RBI and the fielder's choice. And 2 outs now for Devin DeLeon, the catcher. He goes down 4-3, and that's just some good ABC baseball. So back to the windup is Rudy. Swerve misses high and away. That's 1-0. High pop fly on the infield. Rudy comes over, calls him off, and he'll reel it in for the third out of the inning, but not before Anthony Guerrero reaches on an error, uses his blazing speed to get to second base, goes to third on a balk, and scores the tying run. We go to the bottom half of the second inning, all knotted up. 1-1 right here from the Travel Ball National Championship. Holloway's going to go back out there for the second inning, and he's going to miss low and away to Brian McClellan, the center fielder. He's got a linebacker number on, number 55. Built like a linebacker, too, is that kid. And he's going to hit one sharply to the second baseman, Garcia. Garcia up with it, over to Guerrero, the speed demon, for the first out of the inning. This team's from Texas. I guarantee you Guerrero's got a football helmet somewhere. I'd take him right now on my team, brother. So one out for Max Chow. Chow, the left fielder. Holloway is just pounding that low and away spot, trying to get that call. If he gets that thing in about 2 inches and can keep it there, he's going to be in business. He's 2-0 now to Chow, though. Texas and California all knotted up at 1. 2-0 delivery, misses high and inside, and just like that, it's 3-0 to McClellan, to Max Chow. .30 pitch. Hits the outside corner. I figured it did since nobody moved. And takes it to 3-1. Fastball hacked down to the first base line. Skate save there by the first base coach. Did you watch any of the NHL playoffs, speaking of, Amy? Outstanding hockey. I don't know anything about hockey, but I know the LA Kings were a number 8 seed, and so I like an underdog, and worked out pretty good. They weren't Canadians. I mean, they were Canadians, but they weren't an actual Canadian team, so that means that Sherry Lynn was biting her pillow, so that wins for me. Our technical director, as Max Chow draws a walk, is a Canadian. We can't all be perfect, Sherry Lynn. I don't care if they were originally Canadian or not. I've 100% exhausted all of my hockey knowledge, though. It's all gone. Like, you've got all of it. There was a Gretzky guy at some point, and a Hull. The Brett Hull played, right? I got nothing else. So next we will move on to equestrian sports. Runner at first. 1 out, top of the lineup, Adam Crampton, who reached and scored in the first. And he takes fastball for a strike. Throw over, nice save by Guerrero. Big guy reached out there and saved an extra base. Stretch kick, fire, curveball popped up and out of play, right side. Throw over again. Guerrero's got a good glove over there, man. He is a solid first baseman. But you know me, I just pull for big guys because I are one. Ball misses low and away. I've always said that if I'd instead of going to school for political science and communications, if I'd have went to school for criminal justice and had become a law enforcement officer, the first thing I would ask you when I pulled you over is, sir, you don't happen to be a lineman, do you? Because I just don't think I can write one a ticket. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Not that I would ever be morally compromised, but I'm a big fan of linemen, man. We have it rough. Linemen have it rough. You do all the work, they never call your name out. Matthias Haas now. That's the wrong inning. Right in the right inning. He bats with 2 outs and a runner at first. Tie score 1-1, and it counts now 0-1 to Matthias Haas. That's a good name, Matthias Haas. I got a note of that for our next movie. Beautiful day here at East Cobb Baseball, the mecca of youth sports on the East Coast, if you ask me, and I know that you care about my opinion. Off-speed pitch gets back to the screen, and Max Chow moves himself into scoring position. He went on the pitch, and I don't believe that De Leon had a chance to throw him out. It was a good jump and then a low and away pitch. If he'd have gloved it cleanly, I don't think he could have thrown out Chow. But a single could be a run now. Fastball high and away. Or catcher. I have a lot of love for catchers too. Nice pitch. Big slow curve. Anybody who wakes up every morning and has to have a 10-minute conversation with their knees just to get them to work, like I do, just a little pep talk, you know. You start with your right knee and then you go to your left knee. You got to be nice to them. Oh, man, climbs the ladder and gets him swinging. Holloway doing work. And the runner advances to second. So no runs on, no hits. One was left on and no errors. We go to the bottom half of the second or the third? Top of the third, all tied up at 1. Dominique Baker will lead it off for Team Citius, or as I will refer to them, Texas. Brock Rudy stays on the mound for California. All tied up at 1-1 here in the top half of the third inning. Rudy's first offering misses low and away. Takes the count 1-0. Regino, McClellan, Chow in the outfield. Picola, Haas, Crampton, Betancourt the infield. Big slow curveball. How he hit it, I don't know. It was behind him. The ball was behind him. And he hit it. 1-1. Kieran Davis behind the plate. Brock Rudy, the pitcher. From Lamorinda. From California. Fastball drilled over the shortstop's head. That's going to get past Crampton and scooped up by Chow to hold him to a single. So a nice leadoff single for Dominique Baker, the single maker. That brings up Pedro Tobias. Tobias started off pitching. It looked good. He just lost his control pretty quickly there. But the first two batters he saw, he looked good, was able to spot his fastball in the outside corner. But he has since been replaced by Holloway and moved over to third base. He bats here with nobody out in the tie ball game and a runner at first. Rudy goes to the stretch and checks the runner. Fastball misses high. Runner goes. Throw is on the money, but cut off short by Crampton. Like Ralph. Give a stolen base to Dominique Baker, the second base taker. I got 1,000 of them, Amy. kickoff move. Did you see Baker's reaction? Like, what are you doing? I'm not even off the bag yet. I get no respect. And Rudy will step off. These are two good teams, and every little run counts, and you can see they're paying a lot of attention to Baker at second base. But Rudy calls Davis out, maybe to change up the signs a little bit. They're worried about Baker stealing them. And yes, even at 10 years old, we learn how to steal signs. That's a changeup that he just slowed his arm he slowed his arm down so much on the changeup that the ball wasn't able to get to the plate. Dominique Baker is fast. He rounded third before the catcher, Davis, got to the ball. The first game, we had two guys try to steal home. Neither one was successful. Baker might can make it. That fastball had some juice on it, but missed up the ladder. 1-1 the score. Travel Ball National Championship brought to you by Travel Ball Select. And Rudy misses again inside, and that's ball 4, and that'll send Tobias to first base and put runners at the corners for Texas, with Holloway having a chance to help himself. Davis will express his wishes to the infield of where he wishes them to play. And Holloway stands in. Righty-righty matchup. Drilled in the hole left side, RBI. Up with it quickly is Chow. Not in time to second base, and an RBI single for Holloway, and he does help himself as Baker comes home and Tobias advances to second. It's 2-1 Texas. Still nobody out here in the top half of the third inning. That will bring up Jace Grady. Grady has singled and stolen a base. A lot of speed on this Texas team. And he bats here with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. Time call. We'll go through the signs again. I was just getting ready to say this Texas team hasn't shown much desire to bunt runners over, get runners in scoring position, move them up a base, because apparently they just hit the ball really well. As that curveball misses high and inside, and then he pulls him out of the bag for some signs. He didn't look like he was going to bunt there, though. Did Jace Grady. High kick, fastball, strike one. Tobias and Holloway out there. Holloway's got an RBI single, 2-1 the score now. Still nobody out. Another off-speed pitch going to be chopped to the shortstop, Crampton. Crampton's going to go to second for one and not get the double play. Tobias advances to third base, and Holloway will be retired for the second out on the fielder's choice and move Grady to first. So again, runners on the corner. Just one out, right? Yeah, just one out. So that'll bring up Aaron Nixon. Aaron grounded out to the shortstop in his first attempt. Runner's going to go to second, and they've got the little second baseman comes over and cuts the ball off and throws home thing that we used to do. Too good. So runner down second and third. That's going to be Grady and Tobias. High leg kick, off-speed pitch that's up at his eyes. Off back to the that'll get a visit from the coach. Let's see if we make a change here. And we will. So Brock Rudy's going to go out, and we'll sort out who's coming in when we get back right here. You're watching the Travel Ball National Championships at TravelBallSelect.com. All right, so Adam Crampton's going to come in. Regino is going to go to third. Brock Rudy is going to go to right. If there's any other changes, I will get them to you soon. And now batting is Nixon. Stretch, kick, fire, off speed. Nixon fights it off right side and out of play. 2 strikes on him now. Nixon grounded out to the shortstop in his first attempt. 2-1. His Texas team now leads. Fastball popped up. Shallow center field. Coming in to get it is McClellan. They lost it in the sun. They lost it in the sun. They couldn't figure it out. They lost. They both lost it in the sun. As it is a bright, cloudless day here at East Cobb Baseball. And Aaron Nixon gets an RBI single out of it. That's going to bring Tobias in to score. That one's going to be drilled and get all the way to the fence as A.J. Garcia is going to bring Nixon around the third, and sliding in safely is Nixon. Garcia with a double. He's very excited. He's doing some hand signals. He's rowing a boat. I like all of that. I didn't understand any of what he just did, but it was all very enjoyable for me. Give him a double. So Nixon's at third. Garcia's at first. I've got 3-1. Yes. 4-1. Yeah, I thought I'd missed one. Grady had to come in and score. I was trying to figure out what happened to him. Big, slow, sweeping curveball gets by Big Anthony Guerrero. And if he'd have hit it, it might not have landed ever. So 4-1, Texas leads. Looking to add. Another big curveball. And he's saying, did he say no pitch? He may have waved the pitch off. There was a ball on the field. Infield in for California. They want to stop this right here. Fastball misses away. They're trying to be very careful with the big man, and you can't blame them. In the second, Anthony Guerrero reached on an error, came around to score the first run for Texas. And he swings and misses at a big off-speed pitch up around his eyes that had to look like a watermelon floating up there. Garcia at second, Nixon at third. 4-1 Texas leads. We're in the top of the third inning. It's a winner's bracket game from East Cobb Baseball. Travel Ball National Championships. Big lead for Garcia. He's halfway to third and driven through the hole. That may score two. Garcia had a huge lead. They're going to send him. He bobbled it coming up with it. He's going to get in easily. Garcia was halfway to third base when the ball was pitched. And now there's a cool little happy dance out of Guerrero. The Texas team has got some choreography, and I like it. Garcia scores. Nixon scores. Guerrero has a 2 RBI single and a happy dance. 7-1 now your score. Or I'm sorry, 6-1 now your score. And still just one out in the inning. Fastball hits the outside corner. Grabden steps off and looks the speed demon back to first base. Big, slow, sweeping curveball catches the outside corner. And Austin Olson is behind in the count. I got it at 0-2. And he'll go down looking. So that's the second out of the inning and brings up Mimo Salcida, who grounded out to the second baseman, but brought in the game's first run with an RBI as Guerrero scored on the ground ball. 2 outs, 5 in. The lefty offers at the first one, and he will pop that one out of play on the left side, 0-1. Guerrero was digging the second base. I like their pants, man. They got the blue pinstripe with the blue pocket flaps on the back. Never had anything that fancy when I was that age.
You weren't that good.
I was in no way good enough to wear or even be on the field with these guys. However, it may have been because I didn't have the pants. Dion says you look good, you feel good, you play good. And if you play good, they pay good is the last part of that. But I played for swing and a miss, strike 3. Played for the Western Union. I had an orange shirt and some gray pants. That was the end of the story. So 5 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. Texas with a big inning lead 6-1 as we go to the bottom of the third. So in a surprising turn of fortune, the California team has found themselves down by 5 here in the third inning as an offensive explosion from Texas has put them ahead 6-1 here in the winners bracket of the Travel Ball National Championship, presented by Travel Ball Select. Here at the beautiful East Cobb Baseball Complex in Marietta, Georgia. Or Marietta if you're not from Georgia. It's Marietta if you're from Georgia. Marietta, even. You could call it Marietta. Christian Holloway's first pitch, fastball catches the outside corner. And Nico Regino is behind. 0-1. The wind now has turned around and is blowing out, it looks like. Out of left field. It's kind of swirling in our area, but at home plate, that big American flag is pointing straight out of left field. The 0-1 offering just misses off the outside corner. Evens it up at 1-1. That is a fastball that catches the outside corner. 1-2 the count. If you miss any of the action today, it's we got 6 games. We've already done 2. This is the 3rd game. We're halfway home. You can get them on demand right there at travelballselect.com. So call your friends, call your family, everybody you know, your boss, your co-workers, grandma, grandpa. Tell them where they can watch these young men get after it. If you're just a baseball fan, you'll enjoy watching some very talented kids, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old kids play real baseball, you know, where they lead off of bases and stuff. Steal before the ball crosses home plate. And strike 3 catches the outside corner, and Christian Holloway has looked good. That'll bring up Josh Piccolo, who popped out to the shortstop in his first at bat. 1 out here in the 3rd, and this Texas team seems to have calmed down. They looked a little out of wax, out of sort in the top half or the bottom half of the first inning. But they had just come off of a barn burner to get to this game. And sometimes, especially at this age, it takes you a while to get your composure back after playing a big emotional, down-to-the-wire, extra inning game. You're a little bit tired. I don't even know if they had time to grab a sandwich. You know, if you went from one field to another. Yeah. You know, you're in the dugout trying to eat some apple slices, as this one is going to be grounded to the 3rd baseman, Tobias. And all the way across to my man, Guerrero, for the 2nd out of the inning. And Piccolo goes down 5-3. To bring up Tino Betancourt. Tino reached on 4 balls. We call that a walk in his first at bat. And he's going to try to get something started here. Christian Holloway winds, fires, and hits the outside corner. I heard him call that one. It's the outside corner again for strike 2. So he calls it in real time, but the hand motion is what I'm going off of because I can't hear him. Takes a little while. He misses high with ball 1-2 the count. He's got a good game back there. He's very consistent strike zone. Just takes a while for the information to get to me. As Holloway misses low in the dirt, 2-2 now. 2 outs, nobody on. 6-1, Texas leads. That ball's crushed to deep right field and out of here. Alpo, job. That ball came off the bat so quick I didn't realize what had happened. And Tino Betancourt has just popped him more out of here. So to answer your question, Sherry Lynn, absolutely they can get one over that big wall. Tino Betancourt with a big fly puts his team back on the board and draws them to within 4 runs and makes the score 6-2 Texas. Opposite field boomer. That landed 15 feet behind the fence. We call that 245. That's official. Casey Bass's official home run tape. High fastball swing and a miss for Brock Rudy. Tino Betancourt. It's our first big fly of the game. There's a big high sweeping curveball. Holloway's having a hard time getting it down unless he's meaning to be upstairs. That's 3 in a row over the belt. I'm going to guess it's 4 over the belt, and one of the first one went over the wall. He may just be wanting to work him upstairs. He may have decided that he can get Rudy upstairs, or either he's having a hard time with this release point or getting his back bent or something. It looks like they're targeting him upstairs. That curveball is going to drop in there and cut off by Grady for the third out of the inning. But California gets one back on a big, long home run out of Tino Betancourt. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors and none left on. We go to the 4th inning, 6-2, Texas leads. Regino's going to check in on the mound for California, Nino. Oh, Nico. And he will face Mimo. So it's Nico versus Mimo. Salcida, who grounded out to second base in his first at bat. And we'll figure out who went to third base for him. As he misses inside, I'm guessing Crampton went back to third. Yeah. No, Crampton's at short. Who went to third? That fastball is going to catch the outside corner and even it up 1-1. Big sweeping hook catches the inside corner for strike 2. So I got number 2 at third and number 2 at short. That one's going to hit him in the foot, and he's going to get a free pass. Like I hit him in the back foot. So Salcida, hit by a pitch, will advance to first base, and that'll bring up Devin De Leon. Oh, that was De Leon. I missed a guy. I'm having the worst book day of all time. So De Leon gets a courtesy runner. Fastball gets by him, and Lonnie Roca, who was the courtesy runner, thank you. Lonnie Roca is going to hustle in to second base on the pass ball. Tito Betancourt is back at third base after much debate. It's a bunt, and it's a good one. They have to hustle to get him, and I don't think they're going to, and they're not. So a bunt single gets the runner over to third. I think they may have just been trying to advance the guy running for De Leon is Roca to third. But Dominique Baker, the bunt single maker, lays it down perfect. Speaking of Baker, the touchdown maker, did you hear what your boy Tebow said the other day about Notre Dame? So funny. It was up on Florida's website. My producer, Amy, is a Florida Gator, and I'm not. But I like Tim Tebow. And that pitch is a strike. And Baker takes second. So runners at second and third now with nobody out. He was talking to the touchdown club, I guess, for the boosters or something, and he was talking about Notre Dame, and he was like, when I was down here in Florida, we only had one guy on our team who that strike catches the outside corner who did not run a sub 540. Even our kicker ran a sub 540. They got like 9 guys who run a sub 540. Like he kept going on and on about Notre Dame, and it was on their website. They took it down. The day when the Florida Gators start being sensitive about the media and what they say about them is a sad day for me. If Steve Spurrier was still at Florida, that would still be posted. There's no way he takes that quote down. I thought it was funny. But I don't have any love for Florida or Notre Dame. But anyway, I thought it was funny. Swinging third strike in the dirt. And get up and throw him out of first base for the first out of the inning. As Pedro Tavares goes down and goes to the top of the lineup, and Christian Holloway with another chance to help himself. Holloway has struck out and singled and has an RBI. He's got a good eye. He's very patient. Infield in. A big sweeping hook out of Reggio gets a swinging strike. Second and third, one out. That one's going to get loose, and they're coming home because he can scoot. Let me tell you. Lonnie Roca can move, and he comes home on a pass ball. Baker takes third. 7-1 now for Texas. 7-2, home run, big fly. That's right. Reggio, wind, kick, fire, fastball hits the plate, bounces straight up, and they're coming home again, and they're going to be there. That ball hit the plate, bounced straight up in the air, and Baker didn't hesitate. And he makes it 8-2, Texas. So base is clear now, one out, and Holloway's got a 2-0 count. It looked like the ball hit the front lip of the plate. I mean, it bounced straight up in the air. And the problem was that Kieran Davis, I don't think, knew where it was. Like when it goes up, he turns around and it's right in front of him, but he didn't realize that because it bounced up so high. Fastball high and fouled straight back. Wind, kick, fire, bounce. Yeah, that may have been a shot at Charlie Weiss. Now that I think about it, I'm sitting here thinking about it. That fastball's going to catch the outside corner. And that's going to be strike 3 on Holloway. So 2 away now for Jace Gracie, who's had a good day. He has singled, reached on a fielder's choice, and scored. He has an RBI. Because I think when Tebow was at Florida, he was at Notre Dame, and then he leaves Florida to go to Kansas, which still makes no sense. Fly ball popped up on the infield, and Nico reels it in. So 2 runs on 1 hit, 2 errors, and none left on. We go to the bottom half of the 4th, 8-2, Texas over California. Kieran Davis will lead it off as Christian Holloway goes back out, and he's been pitching to Jim. Davis fights the first one off to get behind 0-1. 8-2 the score, Texas over California. We're running out of time. We got somebody warming up over here. In Texas's bullpen. Let's see if I can get a number on him. Holloway may be getting to the point that they want him out on his pitches. Or his innings, excuse me. That is Clayton Broder warming up. It's another good baseball name, Clayton Broder. It's Travel Ball Select, man. It's just a class act. If your child excels in baseball and wants to play a lot of baseball, Mitch Green and his staff at Travel Ball Select, man, they just do a great job and partnering out here with East Cobb Baseball. It's a no lose. You know, it's a guarantee. You've got the best baseball and the best baseball facility partnering up together, and you just can't beat it. They've treated us great. Parents, fans, players, everyone happy, and you want to be. You've traveled from California, Indiana, Texas, all over the country, and you get here, you want to be treated well, and that's the way they've done it here. And plenty of food out here, plenty of selections, tons of stuff for them to eat. As a called strike high and inside that Mr. Davis did not particularly care for. But this is the place for you. Oh, man. Froze him. Buckled his knees with a big sweeping curveball. And Holloway continues to deal. But this year's tournament was it's kind of like a NCAA basketball tournament, you know. It was an invitational. Next year, you'll play your way in. And everybody here is extremely excited about that as a fastball hits the inside corner. You know, they feel pretty confident about who the best teams in the country are, and then they went ahead and invited them into this tournament. But next year, you have to play your way in by winning your regionals to come here to the national championships and compete to be the best. Ground ball gloved and over. Tobias to Guerrero. And McClellan goes down 5-3 and a very quick 2 outs for Christian Holloway, and he'll have Max Chow. Max Chow reached on a base on balls in his only plate appearance. And he'll fight one off right-sided. Garcia's got it over to Guerrero, And 3 up, 3 down, just what the doctor ordered for Christian Holloway. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on. We go to the 5th inning. 8-2 Texas over California. Leading it off for the Texas crew will be Aaron Nixon. Theoretically, I've been not the best bookkeeper today. Let's see if I double check, make sure we're on the right track here. Regio Wines kicks, fires fastball, hit right side high, and under it is Rudy. And he'll pull it in for out number 1. That was Aaron Nixon. Believe it or not, I had it right. That'll bring up A.J. Garcia. Garcia singled and scored and grounded out to third. Curveball chopped back up the middle and through. 13 hopper that just missed everybody. And another happy dance. Man, I like it when they get hits. Like, I'm not pulling for anybody, but I'll say this much. I like a happy dance. I like when kids act like kids, you know? Big Anthony Guerrero, I want to see him do a happy dance. First baseman who's done a great job with the glove today. Tries to check his swing. And I'm not sure if he was successful or not. They're going to check in. Yes, he went. So 0-1 to count. Minimal housekeeping up there at home plate. Now that that's taken care of, Guerrero will get his sign, which is hit it. There you go. That's the sign. Hit the ball. Runner at first, 1 out. Curveball drilled. And just foul. Just foul. Took a little bit off of it, got him out in front of it, and the big man punished it, but just missed a double. Maybe a triple. He can move. Maybe it may have been 3. Old Becky Kilco used to tell me nobody stretched a triple into a double like Casey Bass. Climbs the ladder and gets him to pop it up. I don't know how he even got a piece of that one. But he did, and he stays alive. Garcia at first. Guerrero in the hole, 1-2. Nico Reggio maybe wants a new ball. He doesn't get it. know who was the worst about getting a new ball? The worst I've ever seen was John Smoltz. Fastball misses low. Smoltz would get a new ball and throw it right back to him before he ever threw a pitch. Don't like that one. He said he could feel. He's just so full of it. I love John, but he said he could feel like a thousandth of an ounce difference in the balls because they're strung by hand. They're sewn. Basically, all baseballs are sewn by hand. So there's no two baseballs that are exactly the same. And so he was always looking for something he could get a little grip on with that slider. He must have went through 50 baseballs he didn't have to go through a game. Guerrero fouls that one off. No. No. Throw one pitch. No. Give me another one. Like, throw the ball, man. You're a Hall of Famer. Throw the ball. Runner goes, ball gets away, and Garcia stands at second. No worse for wear. Nah, gummit. No happy dance for advancing a base. Is the count full, Sherry Lynn? I believe it is. 2-2. Shows what I know. So 1 out, runner at second. 2-2 is your count. I think it's full. We'll find out if he throws a ball. Nico comes set, kicks, fires, fought off. Guerrero having an excellent at bat. Fighting them off. There's a double to the wall on the field next to us. In case you were wondering if you had any interest in that game, I can't tell you who the teams are. Just happened to look over and see it bounce off the wall. That's a big wall. 2-2 pitch. Misses high, so now the count is full. Told you, Sherilyn. No Chase Garcia back. And this game has severely slowed down. So Nico from the stretch, and as day follows the night, ball 4. So great at bat there out of Anthony Guerrero. And he's on base for the 3rd time today. Anthony telling me you need to bat leadoff, son. You got 1,000 on base percentage. Coach, I'm a leadoff man. Austin Olson now, who has lined out, struck out. He's got 2 runners on and 1 out. And he's swinging out of the box. Garcia's going to try to take third and be unsuccessful. Kind of a delayed steal there. I don't know what he saw. If he thought that ball got away, maybe got in the dirt. But nice throw there out of Kieran Davis to retire A.J. Garcia for the 2nd out of the inning. No, he hustled back in there. We'll get ready for the next inning. Didn't pitch a fit or nothing. Stoppage in play here. I don't know what's happening. Courtesy runner. For Guerrero. Give me a number. Same guy. Lonnie Roca. Lonnie can run. Lonnie's like a little water bug. See if he throw over. We haven't thrown over in a while. Let's just hit him. So Olsen takes one in the ribs. And that'll put Lonnie Roca, the water bug, at second base. And that'll get a visit. So no change, just talking it over, figuring out what we want to do, settling Nico down. And now we're ready. I think it's a good visit. I like the visit. I don't know what was said. It's good timing. This one can get away from you in a hurry. 8-2 the score. Top half of the fifth. Mimo Salcida, the left fielder, stands in there, and I can't really give you an official line on Mimo because I think he was the one that I kind of messed up my book on. I know that he's grounded out to second. But he's got a chance now with 2 outs. How big was it getting thrown out at third base stealing? They'd have the bases loaded right here. And 1 out. It was a weird delayed steal kind of thing Garcia had going. I don't know. I think he thought that ball got in the dirt, and it was gloved cleanly by Kieran Davis. Kieran made a good play and kind of fooled him as that one catches the outside corner. I like the aggressiveness. If you think it's in the dirt and you got a little bit of speed, which he does, then you go. It's tough to pick the ball up off the ground and make an accurate throw. Curveball misses low. It's Travel Ball National Championships presented by Travel Ball Select right here on travelballselect.com. 6 total games today. This is the third of 6 as that one misses high and outside and gets to the backstop and advances the runners. Guerrero will go to third. That's not Guerrero, though. That is Lonnie Roca. And something's going on over with Lonnie Roca. I can't call it, folks. I don't know. Can't tell you. Get a little closer look. He said, I don't care. He said he didn't care. If you don't care, that's kind of what's going on. Whatever they're asking about, he don't care. I think he's asking if he can take him out and put Guerrero back in. Maybe what he's asking. Or if he's got to leave him out there, substitute for...
He's got a problem with his leg or hip or something.
Yeah, I think he was asking if he could put Guerrero back in, and he definitely said, I don't care. They're going to leave him out there anyway. That's all just pure speculation on my part. I'm not a mind reader or lip reader. But the coach's body language to me was, I don't care what he does. Either way, nothing changes. Wind, kick, fire, ball 4. Bases juiced. So that will force Devin DeLeon to take the shin guards off. And he'll bat here with 2 outs. And the bases full of Texans. 8-2 the score. Top half of the 5th. Texas leads California. This is a winner's bracket game. This is not an elimination game. So the loser here doesn't go home. They get another shot at it. Big lead at second. And through the hole on the left side. May score 2. Big 99 rounding third base, and that big lead's what scored him again. That's the second time in this game they've done that. On the throw, both runners advance. Give Devin DeLeon a 2 RBI single, but also give credit to Austin Olson. Austin Olson had a big running lead over there. He's halfway to third base when the ball is hit, or else he doesn't score. And he scores easily. So Olson comes in to score. Lonnie Roca comes in to score, and it's 10-2 Texas. Put Salcida at third and DeLeon at second. We're going to have a pitching change now. Let's see. We'll take a quick break and sort all the changes out. Tell you all about it right here. 10-2, Texas leads. I guess you can. Adam Crampton's going to come on the pitch, and he inherits a dicey situation. 2 outs, runners on second and third. The runner on second is a courtesy runner. That's Clayton Breeder, who was warming up in the bullpen earlier. And I have got. So Crampton winds, kicks, fires chopper over the middle. Going to be tough to get to. Overfielded cleanly is Crampton, and he will throw him out at first base. So 2 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors, and 2 left on. We go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Texas leads California 10-2. Clayton Breeder's going to come in for Texas. And his first offering gets all the way to the backstop as his fastball misses to Adam Crampton. Let's make a quick correction. Sam Wieslow is the young man who came in and got that last out in the last inning, number 6. Looked at the roster wrong. It's the one mistake I will make today, I promise. Nothing else. High fastball popped up and straight back. 1-1's the count. Amy, I'll give you $1,500 if you could find my pencil.
It's in your other ear.
Good thing I didn't say Sherry Lynn. 1-1 pitch is a nasty little slider. Did you see the movement on that pitch? I mean, it wasn't even close to a strike, but that thing was nasty. And 2-1 from Clayton Breeder. Top 5, 10-2. Clayton Breeder. That's a pitcher's name, man. And he's a lefty. He's having a little bit of problems here with his control. That one catches the outside corner, but fouled off onto field number 14. I don't know what the numbers are. I'm just going to make something up. It's kind of like Skip Carey used to use. Don't tell me the actual numbers as he misses low and away for ball 4. Oh, fan from Ontario, Canada makes the catch. I had lunch with them last week in St. Louis, Missouri. And then a drink. Rest in peace. Breeder misses high and away. He's having a little. You got an 8-run lead here. Those strikes. Squares her out to bunt. Gets it down in play. Nice play out of De Leon to get it up and get it over and retire Matthias Haas as Crampton moves to second. So that'll bring up Nico Regino with 1 out. Nico has doubled and struck out. Fastball misses on the inside corner. And it's 0-1. 8-run lead. Leave the guy at second alone. You can go to the windup for all I care. Runner goes. Swing and a miss, and stolen base for Crampton. No breeze to speak of at the moment. It's kind of been up and down all day long as that breaking pitch doesn't break, stays high and out of the zone. Halfway through a phenomenal day of baseball. We've seen 6 really good baseball teams so far. We've got 6 more to go. If you miss any of the games, you can get it on the website, travelballselect.com, on demand. Listen to my corny jokes and roster errors all day long. Fastball just misses hitting him. And that's ball 4, and that sends Nico down to first base. So runners on the corner here with 1 out, and that's going to bring out a visit. That's going to do it. So we'll take a quick break right here. 10-2 the score. We'll come back and catch you up on all the changes right here from the Travel Ball National Championship. Garcia is going to come in to pitch. He's going to start Josh Paloka off with a big old nasty curveball for strike one. Runners at the corner, one out. He throws it again, and it gets hammered. That's in the corner for extra bases. One run's going to score. That runner's going to stop at third, and a big old RBI double brings home Crampton. Moves Nico over to third base and puts Josh Picola at second base with an RBI double. So Garcia tried to go in there twice with that curveball. It hung up a little bit, and Picola didn't miss it. 10-3 the score. We get a courtesy runner here for Picola, and it is Max Chow. Fastball misses inside from Garcia. I wonder if Alejandro will do a happy dance if he strikes somebody out. There's that curveball, and it's popped. That's going to get down for a single. One run comes in. Chow's going to stop at third. And an RBI single from Tino Betancourt. Chow's at third. Regino scores. And it's 10-4. Now batting is Brock Rudy, the lefty, and he's going to swing and miss. They fake the throw down and advances Betancourt to second base. Runners on second and third. If you can get those two runs in, all of a sudden it's a 4-run game. Off-speed pitch there, misses high and away. But Garcia's doing what you want. I mean, he's throwing strikes. They're just hitting the baseball. What you don't want with a big lead is walking people. The problem is they're hitting the ball pretty hard right now, right in the mouth. There's a curveball. Pop fly. It's going to be trouble, but it's out of play. So Brock Rudy now. Or is it Rudy Brock? It's Brock Rudy. Rudy. What a good pitch. Big old sweeping curveball that comes back in and catches the outside corner. Freezes Rudy and gets strike three. So 2 outs now, 2 on. And a 6-run lead. Where do these ants keep coming from, man? I thought I've killed them all of the ants in North Georgia. Garcia loves that curveball. He's not afraid to start it at your head. He does it there, but it doesn't come back for him. The 1-0 pitch to Kieran Davis. Fastball catches the outside corner, evens it up 1-1. Ten to 4, Texas leads, trying to preserve a lead as his ball 2 flies high and outside. Base hit could change this entire game right now. That big curveball is going to be pounded. That's a fair ball down the left field line, going to get into the corner. 2 runs are going to score, and chugging into second base with a big 2-out, 2-run RBI double is the catcher Kieran Davis, and our score is now 10-6, and we've got a ball game, folks. They've sent 6 guys to the plate now, 7 guys to the plate this inning. 4 of them have crossed. 1 of them stands at second base, and Brian McClellan is at the plate. Fastball fouled off. 0-1. Kieran Davis just waited on that off-speed pitch, curveball swerve, changeup thing. Sat back, waited on it, fired his hands at it, and kept it inside the third base sack and into the corner. There's that big hook, just misses. Runner goes, hit and run. Big high chop fielded by Garcia. He'll throw it over to Guerrero, and that'll do it. But not before 4 runners cross. 4 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. We got us a ball game, folks. We go to the 6th inning. 10-6, Texas leads. Here. Sam Weslow is going to stay out there. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Sam. And he's going to start it off with Dominique Baker, the touchdown maker. I'm going to step off and check the runners and remember, there aren't any. So now we're ready. And Weslow winds, kicks, and misses. 1-0. Big, nasty 12-6 curveball falls in there for a strike. Good luck hitting that one. 1-1 to count to Baker. Baker's had a day. Baker's singled twice, stolen 409 bases, and scored twice. Yeah, once he gets on base, he just doesn't quit running. He just goes. I think he's got a green light. I heard Larry Bird in an interview the other day. Dan Patrick asked Larry Bird, at what age did you get the green light? And he said, what do you mean? He said, when did you get the green light? He said, I was like 7 when I got the green light. I think Baker's got the base stealing green light. Just go whenever, kid. That being said, you don't want to walk him. A walk is as good as a double. Winslow winds, kicks, fires, and delivers. Strike 2 on the outside corner. And he walked him. So he misses inside and sends Baker down to first base, where he will explain to Josh Picola exactly how he's going to steal second. Well, that's not Baker at all. That is Clayton Breeder. So Clayton Breeder gets a walk. He's come in for Baker, apparently. That fastball misses high and in. And the breeze now is starting to blow in from center field. And Sam Wieslow's having a hard time finding the strike zone, and he's getting frustrated with himself. 10-6 is the score. Texas leads. Everything's up for Wieslow. Everything's up. And when he tries to get it down, he's overcorrecting and he's kind of short hopping it up there, or he's missing wide. It's when kids, especially kids this age, start aiming the ball, and then nothing good happens. Yep. There's one low end outside that's going to be ball 4, but it would have chased the runner down anyway. And that's going to get a visit. So base on balls. Brings him to the top of the order. And Christian Holloway. That was Christian Holloway. I'm a man off here. So, believe it or not, my book's wrong. So Holloway goes to first. That'll bring up J.C. Grady. Base on balls. Thank God for erasers. Some grandma sitting there saying, "That's not my grandbaby. Why you keep saying his name?" I'm sitting a long way from there, honey. We'll throw back. So runners are at first and second. And theoretically, Grady is at the plate. So now, Wieslow is paying a lot of attention to the runners on base. Throws a strike, but it's fired right at Haas. And Matthias Haas makes an outstanding diving catch. Well done, young man. And he gets some help. That's what you do. Throw a strike, get some help. And Grady is retired on a line out to second base. That is the first out of the inning. 2 remain on for Aaron Nixon. Aaron has singled, RBI, scored a run, flied out, grounded out. And he's going to take that change up. He's going to ground it to second. And they didn't even try to turn a double play. It was a slow grounder. Runners are now at first and third as Aaron Nixon reaches on a fielder's choice and retires Holloway for the second out of the inning. And puts Breeder at third. So Breeder at third, Nixon at first for A.J. Garcia. Garcia has 2 hits and has scored a run and has an RBI. He also grounded out to third in the first inning. And if he gets on, there should be a decent celebration. It's like Tweeter's end zone dance. You know what Tweeter's end zone dance was called? It's Tweeter's end zone dance. Slow grounder to third. Going to have to hurry to get Garcia. But a good stretch over there by Picola. Betancourt to Picola. Retires him, so no further damage. It could have been bad, but Wieslow battles back and gets Garcia 5-3 for the second time today. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Last shot for California. They need 4. It's 10-6. So here we go. 3 outs to get 4 runs for California. Again, it's not an elimination game. This is a winner's bracket game. But still, you want to stay in the top bracket as long as you can. Aaron Nixon's going to come in and try to close this one out. There's been quite a few defensive changes. I'll try my best. Yep, Nixon can bring it. I had a feeling Nixon could bring it. Forget the curveball, Aaron. Throw him the heater. He's got a good one, but he can't get it down right now. 2-0. There's a young man who played out here at East Cobb named Jay Wade. He plays at Auburn now. He's a lefty, but he looks a lot like Aaron Nixon, and he just blow you away. He just blow you away as he throws strike one in there. I called Jay Wade's first ever varsity baseball game when he was a freshman, and he hit a ball that hadn't landed yet. There's a high fly ball that's going to, in and out of the glove. Is that Baker? In and out of the glove of Baker. And Baker is not necessarily happy right now. So we'll have a stoppage in play as we check on Baker. We're going to take a break right here. 10-6 your score. All right, so good news. Dominique Baker's okay. Kind of rolled up on the baseball there, but he's fine. Just want to make his coach run all the way out to right field from the third base dugout. He has accomplished his goal. I don't know how these kids are, but that is something we would have done premeditatedly back when I was playing. He'd been sitting on that bucket all day when he said we'd get him up and make him run all the way to the fence. Fastball drilled and through. So 2 base hits here. As Max Chow stands at second base. Alan Crumpton stands at first base. And Matthias Haas, they're continuing to get people on base for a very hot Tino Betancourt, who hit one to the food court 2 at-bats ago. This is all they want to do is one batter at a time, get them on. They're down by 4. This is their last shot at it. Haas has grounded out, struck out. And now he's going to pop one to first base. It hits the ground and squibs and gets away, and he's safe. Wow. That thing had some crazy ping pong spin on it. And when it hit the ground, it just started curly-cueing, and nobody could get their hand on it. That looked like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. So big-time break there for California. Put Crampton at second. That's a single. That's a base hit. I'm sorry, nobody touched it. It's a base hit. So the bases are loaded now with nobody out for the number 3 hitter, Nico. That's kind of a knuckleball type pitch there. Didn't work. So this California team, no quit in them. They have battled back. They scored 4 in the last inning, and they're looking to score some more right here. That fastball is going to be just on the inside part of the plate for a 1-1 count. Picola, the cleanup batter's on deck. He doubled his last time up. Betancourt has homered and singled in his last 2 at-bats. He's in the hole. Fastball fouled straight back, 1-2. Nixon winds, kicks, fires in the dirt. Good stop, De Leon. Another Ant comes to join us. He had good lateral movement. It took me a while to get him squished. That pitch is drilled up the middle off of the pitcher's mound. It's going to bounce over, and there's some sort of weird baseball Bermuda Triangle going on over in the first base area. If a ball hits the ground, it squirts in a weird direction. Either way, 2 runs are going to come in to score. It is 10-8. That ball was absolutely hammered by Nico Regino. Give him an RBI or 2 RBI single and move. Did it hit the pitcher? I thought it went off the mound. That went off the mound. Let's see. Crompton scores. Haas goes to third. And we're going to have a new pitcher. We'll sort it all out and bring it to you right back here. So stay tuned right here to the Travel Ball National Championship. Austin Olson's coming in, and he's got his hands full. He's got the cleanup batter and the guy who's hit the only home run we've seen all day. He's got runners on first and third. He's got a 2-run lead, nobody out. Merry Christmas, Austin Olson. First pitch misses low and away, and Nico's going to advance to second. So the tying run is now in scoring position. This is the bottom of the 8th inning. Texas leads California 10-8. So winner, 6 innings, what I say? It's the last inning. And that one's drilled, hammered, off the wall. 1 run's going to score. Nico around third. He's going to score. Coming into second, checking up, and under the tag is Josh Picola. Josh Picola with a game-tying, monstrous, off the top of the wall, 2-run double. He turns around and poses for the camera. Are you sure that's not my kid? 10-10 is your score, still nobody out. The winning run in Picola stands at second base. Can they get a runner in for him? If they could, I would. So a free pass is going to go to Betancourt, which is a smart move. Tino Betancourt gets a walk. His run doesn't matter. I wouldn't pitch to him either. It also gets you a righty-lefty matchup with Brock Rudy in there. Desperately need a double play, and they're not going to get one because that's going to – or is he saying foul ball? He's going to say foul ball. Everybody back to where they started. This game was 10-2. 10-2. 2 innings ago. Here's a high fly ball. If it's in, it's over. And it's fouled by 1.5 inches. Boy, that was close. Brock Rudy just missed a walk-off double. 2 on, nobody out. Tie ball game, bottom of the 6th inning. Olsen looking to hold him right here. Rudy fouls that one off. He's got 2-strike count now. And he's got a defense behind him that can roll up a double play. He's just got to get an out somehow. There's strike 3. So now he's got 1 out. Got Rudy looking. Kieran Davis is up. He had to double his last at bat. He was right in the middle of that big old 4-run melee last inning. And he's got a shot to be the hero again. Texas would love to have a ground ball here. They're going to get a short pop fly that could be trouble. Coming in, going out, dropping. See if they can get the force play at third. They will. So that is just your old basic 7-5 force play to retire Josh Picola. Happens every day. 2 outs now. Go-ahead run stands at second base. Kieran Davis at first base. Tino Betancourt is the one that matters. Number 3, Dale Murphy. Some would say Babe Ruth. I say Dale Murphy. Stands at second base. Brian McClellan looking to be a hero. That's a great save. Great save out of De Leon. That keeps that runner off at third. Fastball, high fly ball, and Grady's under it. Grady's got it, and we got free baseball. 10-10, we go to the 7th inning right here from the Travel Ball National Championship. The 5th, 6th, 7th pitcher of the day, I'm not sure which one, for California is Betancourt. And Tino has had an adventurous day. Home run, single, couple RBIs. Now he gets to pitch here in the 8th inning. And you got to give it to both of these teams. 2 different occasions to quit. One occasion to quit when you're down 10-2 with 2 innings to go. And California has fought back to tie that up. Then the second chance to tie it or to quit was for the Texas team. There in that last inning, there's nobody out. The winning run standing at second base. Nothing's going your way. And Olsen comes in and just boom, 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 shuts them down. So just good character, outstanding baseball. And I've run out of things to babble about to stall for whatever is happening down there at home plate. I got Betancourt versus Guerrero. And some controversy. I don't know what's going on. This is the second extra innings game the team from Texas has played today. Back-to-back extra innings games. That doesn't just wear on you physically and emotionally, it wears on your innings for your pitchers. The last thing you want is extra inning baseball games in a tournament like this. So now we're ready to go. It's a new game. Might as well be 0-0. Betancourt from the line. Kicks, fires, misses low. Let's see what my man Anthony Guerrero's done today. He has been up 3 times. He's reached 3 times and scored twice. He has 2 RBIs. So a good day. He got abused there in that last inning by the baseball gods, though, man. Every baseball that got close to him had the craziest, weirdest spin or hit a rock or just did amazing things that physics should not allow baseballs to do. Big swing and a miss. What a cut. Thank you. And Betancourt's going to get him swinging with a nice little breaking pitch. Started middle of the plate. Ended up out there where nobody could hit it. Except for maybe Julio Franco. Julio Franco at 62 years old might could reach that pitch. He can hit a low and away pitch better than anybody I've ever seen. So 1 out now for Austin Olson, who, in my opinion, is the hero of the day right now for the Texas team. What he just did out there on the mound, it's amazing. Come in cold, nobody out. All the momentum's in the other dugout. Win and run and score in position and just boom, 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 3 outs and get out of it. Very impressive. Change up, misses inside. So 2-0 the count. Betancourt looks to have about 9 pitches. There he comes with that fastball. Reminds me of old Ryan Araquazo, state wrestling champion. When he was this age, every day he had a different pitch. Knuckleball, knuckle curve, fastball, splitter, swerve, straight change, circle change. 3-0 the count now. Don't want to walk anybody in this position. I guess one of them got called a strike. So 3-1. Sorry for the folks at home. I'm a long way from that home plate umpire. I'm doing my best to figure out what he's calling. There's a fly ball, could be trouble. That's kind of in no man's land. Nice job by Brock Rudy as he comes in and makes a nice play. Olson thought he had one there. But a good play by Rudy for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Cicada. Cicada's grounded out and singled. Betancourt winds, kicks, and fires. That's a high fly ball deep to left field. But Chalice did reel it in, and a 3-up, 3-down inning, just what the doctor ordered for Betancourt and this California team, and they'll come up with a chance to win it here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Stay tuned right here to the Travel Ball National Championship on TravelBallSelect.com. Max Chow's going to lead it off here, 10-10, looking for a winner. Austin Olson's going to stay out there and try to continue his good work. And he'll have Chow, who has walked, singled, scored, and run, and then the top of the lineup. And Olson fires a fastball right down Peachtree for strike one. Oh, 1, Chow squares the bunt, gets it down, it's a good one. Charging hard is Garcia, he's up with it, over, and Guerrero's got it for out number 1. I like it, that's a good bunt out of Max Chow. These kids can just handle the bat, man. Every game we've had, these kids can handle the bat well. It's not easy to bunt with an aluminum bat. It's really not. To get that thing to hit softly. Back to the top of the lineup, and Adam Crampton. He has been to the plate 4 times. He has scored 3 times. So California's got to like their odds. Crampton takes strike 1 on the inside corner. 1 out, nobody on. 10-10, extra innings. Olson kicks, Watts fires, high fly ball, deep straightaway center, back forward is Gray, and he gets it at the warning track. Good play. Crampton puts a charge into 1 there, but comes up short. So now it's up to Matthias Haas. Haas has struck out, grounded out, singled, and scored. Olson has just been workmanlike, man. He has come in here and gone to town. Strike after strike after strike after strike. Chopper, Garcia, up with it. Over, Guerrero, good stretch, and holds the bag. So 3 up, 3 down. Crumpton puts a charge into 1, but not good enough. We're going to play 1 more. We go to the top of the 8th. 10-10 your score. Betancourt's going to stay in there for California. And he's going to have Devin DeLeon to deal with. 10-10 the score. Gets a fastball up and in past him to get ahead 0-1. Tell you what, Betancourt and Olson have come in here late in this game and really done layman's work. Off-speed pitch, chopped, left side, gloved. Nice play. 5-3 goes De Leon. It's almost like these teams have gained energy as the game's gone on. I'm having a hard time here with this Lamorinda chart. I have no idea who's at what position except for pitcher. I think that was, I don't know. Either way, we'll do our best. Betancourt's pitching. They've had so many changes. Max Chow's still in left and McClellan's still in center, but everybody else has moved at some point. There's a high fly ball out to the aforementioned Chow, and he's got it for the second out of the inning. And down goes Dominique Baker. He's going to bring up, I guess, Pedro Tavias might be back in. Nope. They're going to leave Clayton Breeder in there, and he's going to get another shot at it. He walked in the last inning. But he stands in there from the right side. Excuse me. Betancourt misses low and away. That fastball had some juice on it, but misses inside. So 2-0 now to Baker. I'm sorry, Breeder. And the last thing you want to do is walk him getting back up to the top of this lineup. He gets the benefit of the doubt there on the top of the strike zone call. And it's 2-1. Christian Holloway waits on deck, and he looks anxious. All-speed pitch catches the inside corner. Nice pitch. Evens it up 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top half of the 8th inning. Fastball by him for strike 3. And look at the fist pump out of Betancourt. So no runs, no hits, no errors, none left on. We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. 10-10 your score. Olsen will have the heart of the lineup to deal with here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Nico, Picola, and Betancourt. 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Olsen winds, kicks, misses. What a ball game this has been. If you want to watch it again or you want to watch any of the other games today we've had on this field, ball 2 flies outside. Just go to the on-demand tab here on travelballselect.com. The 2-0 pitch from Olsen is driven into left field and foul. Got a pitcher, got a hitter's count, got a hitter's pitch, and just missed a big double. Nico is 3 for 4, and he scored 2 runs. He's got 2 RBIs, and he is 4 for 5. Nice job getting over and cutting that one off. Goodness gracious. Clayton Breeder in left field. He's a reserve. He didn't start. Clayton Breeder got that. That was a hard hit ball. Breeder got there in a hurry and got that ball in. But they've got something working as Nico Regino is on first base with his 4th hit of the day. Josh Picola now. He is doubled, singled, and was retired on a 7-5 force play 2 innings ago. From the stretch now is Olsen. Climbs the ladder and gets him swinging. Swinging a drive. High fly ball. Straight away center field. Under is Baker. And he's unable to come down with it. They're going to get it in for only a single. I can't tell you exactly what happened there, folks, because it happened directly underneath me, and I couldn't see him. Just like, not a good angle for us. But he chased him all the way back to the wall, didn't pull it in, and now runners are at first and second. Couldn't advance because Nico had to hold up at first to see if the ball was going to be caught or leave the ballpark, and had the wind not turned around last inning, that would have been out of here. The wind's blowing straight in from center field now. It was blowing straight out. That would have been a 2-run walk-off job. 2 at-bats ago, Tino Betancourt put one on the hill. Opposite field job. Kid's got some pop. He's got nobody out. Runners on first and second. He checks his swing. Winning run stands at second base, nobody out. Betancourt, who's done such a great job coming in pitching, would be the pitcher of record. If he could get a base hit here and score this run, he'd be the winning pitcher. Two singles. They're looking for a third. After much ado, Olsen steps off. So we'll go through all of our signs again. They're doing their best to get Nico Regino back to second base as close as possible. They understand what that lead at second is because they've scored 2 runs in this game because they had a big lead at second. Whoa. Betancourt just missed one. That's the same pitch. That's the same pitch that he hit 245 3 innings ago. Two different occasions in this game. Texas with runners on second and third. That behind runner, that trail runner at second base, had his follow-up lead halfway as he's going. Tito's off to the races, and he's going to get in, steals third. Throw was good, but a little bit high, and give Nico third base. Now it doesn't matter about the lead at second. But singles to left field. If they didn't have the lead that they had, they never would have scored. Those 2 runs now obviously very big. See if we get a change here. Still nobody out. We're just going to talk about scenarios. We've got to bring the infield in. Yeah, we're just going over a game plan here, talking scenarios. Let them know that the only run that matters is that dead runner at third. And it's a smart move having them steal third because you're going to have to bring the outfield in a little bit. You have to bring the infield in. Let me see if I can protect our food here. We're got enough to bring us. It's about to blow away. We're joined in the booth by a young team from somewhere. Hello, young team from somewhere.
From where?
Georgia boys. Good pitch. Gets him looking for the first out of the inning. What a sexy pitch that was. Betancourt's going to go down looking for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Brock Rudy. Rudy is 1 for 4. That's put in some good work in right field. Winning run stands at third base. They walked Rudy. So they'll load him up, which is a good idea. That gives them a force play everywhere, especially at home plate. They can still roll 2, but they're going to leave the infield in all the way. They're not even going to play for 2 up the middle. So Picola now at second. Nico is at third. And Brock Rudy stands at first base on an intentional pass for Kieran Davis. Kieran Davis is 2 for 3. 2 for 4, excuse me. He's going to swing at the first one, pop it up out of play. 0-1's the count. 1 out, bottom of the 8th inning. 10-10 the score. Winners bracket game, Travel Ball National Championship. Davis is ready. Olsen fires. They're going to squeeze. He's coming home. He may have stole home. He did. He stole home. They have stolen home on a botched squeeze play to win an 8-inning game and stay in the winners bracket. Nico Regino has done everything today, including play the field, pitch, hit for power, and now he's stolen home base. It is a walk-off steal of home plate. Don't see that very often. 11-10, your final. What a great game. Thank you all for hanging out with you. For Sherry Lynn, Five Ash, and Amy Walker, I'm Casey Bass saying see you back here next time. We got another game to do in about 5 minutes, so kind of hang out.